In a quiet little village, nestled among rolling hills, lived a young boy named Kabir. To the villagers, he was just the lazy boy, but inside, Kabir was a universe of silent dreams and untold ambitions. He wasn't weak, nor was he foolish or less intelligent than any other child his age. His real battle, the one that truly defined him, was an invisible war he waged against himself every single day. His favorite phrase, a mantra he lived by, was, "I'll do it tomorrow." His school books, once filled with promise, began to gather a fine layer of dust on his desk. His room, a reflection of his mind, remained a chaotic mess of clothes and forgotten projects. And his dreams, those bright, shining stars he imagined for his future, stayed exactly where they were, far away, just out of reach. He yearned to shine, to make his parents proud, to be someone great. But with each passing sunset, he pushed his future one more day away. Slowly but surely, his grades in school started to slip. The A's turned into B's, then C's, and with them, his once solid confidence began to crumble. He started avoiding his friends' questions about his scores and found excuses to skip study groups. The boy who once loved learning now felt a sense of dread every time he walked into the classroom. At night, when the village was asleep and the sky was a blanket of twinkling stars, Kabir would often sit by his window, staring into the vast darkness. He'd whisper to the silent night, "Why do I feel so stuck? Why can't I just change?" But the only answer that came back was the gentle rustling of the leaves in the wind. The silence felt heavy, amplifying his feelings of frustration and helplessness. He felt like he was trapped in a cycle he couldn't break, a prisoner of his own making. One evening, his mother, her heart heavy with concern, sat down beside him. Her eyes, filled with a mixture of love and sadness, met his. "My son," she said softly, her voice barely a whisper, "life doesn't wait for anyone. Every day you waste, every task you put off, is like placing a heavy stone on your own shoulders. If you don't start changing now, soon the weight of all those stones will become too much to bear. They will crush you." Kabir managed a weak smile and nodded, but her words didn't truly sink in. He thought to himself, "She's just worrying. What real difference will one more day make?" He was still convinced that tomorrow held some magical power, that the perfect moment to start would eventually arrive on its own. But destiny, it seems, had a different plan for Kabir. Living in the very same village was an old, wise man named Guru Dev. He was known throughout the region not for wealth or power, but for his profound wisdom. It was said that he had a special gift for guiding lost souls, especially young people, helping them find their path and build brighter, more meaningful lives. Many successful men and women from nearby towns owed their start to his gentle guidance. Seeing the growing despair in their son, Kabir's father decided it was time for a different approach. He had tried everything: scolding, encouraging, even bribing, but nothing seemed to work. With a heavy heart but a glimmer of hope, he took Kabir to meet the wise teacher. Guru Dev's home was simple, filled with books and the scent of sandalwood. He wasn't intimidating at all. He had a kind face, etched with the lines of time and wisdom, and his eyes held a calm, knowing gaze. He looked at Kabir, not with judgment, but with a deep sense of understanding. After a moment of silence, he spoke, his voice calm and steady. "So, you are the boy who waits for tomorrow." It wasn't a question, but a statement. And in that moment, for the first time, Kabir felt truly seen.